The Boyd Professorship is the most distinguished and highest professorial rank awarded by LSU. This year's cohort is historic because it is the largest group ever named at one time, a clear sign of LSU's rising academic strength and the exceptional caliber of faculty across our academic enterprise. Each of these professors represents the very best of LSU across many different disciplines, from physics and mass communication to engineering and business. Their work has brought prestige to LSU and has had an impact far beyond our campus, shaping fields of study and contributing to society. Today, you'll hear directly from the newest Boyd professors at the flagship campus in Baton Rouge as they reflect on their careers, their research, the role LSU has played in their success, and what's next for them.
The thing that attracted me to journalism, even in my imagination, because I didn't really know what one was the idea that it was a ticket to anywhere, because you can knock on any door, get anybody to talk to you. When I was in the Gaarde administration in a very low-level position and no longer working as a journalist, I realized I couldn't really write like a journalist anymore because I was in government. And so I decided to get a PhD so I could write a book that I had in mind. And so I took courses that would help me write the book, which I eventually did. But also, it made it possible for me to be a better journalist because the doctorate, I learned a lot. And lo and behold, it also was a ticket to be able to come to work at a place like LSU.
We visited this high-power laser lab, and there was a talk by the big deal head of the lab, professor, and he was illustrating for us some relatively recent discovery. He was so excited that he ran around the table, and I thought, I want to be part of this. This must be exciting. I want to be able to feel that kind of excitement. I want to be able to communicate what I do with that kind of excitement.
I'd gone into economics earlier as undergraduate. I've always been attracted to that, and so I went into real estate as in the doctoral program because it could combine econ finance. It was a little more ecumenical, and that appealed to me.
College of Engineering at LSU had decided that this is part of their strategic planning, that they wanted someone to come here and work with industry. And Dow Chemical had endowed a professorship. And importantly, Louisiana Board of Regents had provided funds into this. So when you look at something like that and you see that the college, the university, the industry, the state, all of them are behind that, is when you know that this institution has its act together quite right.
What I have been doing most of my career is sort of exploring, understanding the process that leads to at a second pulse generation. People in the community started thinking about how can we do the same process not in a gas, but inside of a crystal. We started to figure out how that worked. And the community started to want to hear my perspective on it. People wanted to hear what I had understood, what we had understood, how we had made progress. And that feels like a turning point.
Universities generally are a place where you can ask all kinds of questions to all kinds of people who have different expertise. That's been important to me from a research point of view because I always like to use other sources beyond the limited sources that I have in my training. I've felt I thrived in a place where I had so many people around who were so smart about so many different things that I could then provide answers to questions I was interested in. The Boyd Professorship should not be the end of the line. It should be actually a stimulus to do more.
To me, it's very akin to tenure. I used to be department head, so I can talk about tenure. Tenure is when the university makes a commitment to you, then the faculty needs to make a commitment to the university. It's a two-way street, meaning that you will continue doing what you were doing, and now that you have that tenure, you try to make long-term plans. I am humbled by this award and this recognition, but I think with it comes big responsibilities to try to be a point of contact to other faculty members, try to be someone who the university can rely on for advice. 4 years ago, we were able to land LSU's first National Science Foundation called Center for Innovations in Structural Integrity Assurance. So my plan is really to grow that center and bring recognition to the university, and also work with other faculty members in the department to get them to get more interactions with industry and bring to classroom very exciting examples that they could say, this is a problem that industry has, this is how we're solving it. And I think that will excite students in engineering to look forward to what they're doing.
I mean, the college has been great since I've been here. We've had excellent management in the Department of Finance really well before I came here, and it's continued on, which is really a nice, remarkable run.
I've met so many people here who had a huge impact on me and made me a broader person and a more tolerant person. But we have in this university people who actually do the right thing because they really care about students. They really care about truth and getting facts and getting them right. And that's a very uplifting experience.
You can go anywhere in the state and you can say, I work at LSU, and people know what you mean. I say that before I say I'm a professor. I say, I work at LSU.
This exceptional cohort of Boyd professors demonstrates that LSU is home to scholars whose work resonates far beyond our campus. Their accomplishments affirm that LSU's research enterprise is on the rise, earning recognition on the national and global stage. Together, they exemplify the excellence, creativity, and impact that are shaping LSU's future. We celebrate not just their past achievements, but the contributions they will continue to make to their fields and to LSU. On behalf of the university, congratulations to our newest Boyd professors, and thank you for the honor you bring to LSU.